Hello, welcome to Garden Chronicles. My name is James David, and in my last video, I have actually shared a little detailed information on how to care and cultivate a dying begonia plant. And here, I would like to share an update about this plant development. Very much earlier, I have actually trimmed this particular begonia cutting where it appears to be dying. Almost floppy looking leaves where it appears to have a faded and a lifeless like kind of a situation. As I have explained there in the first video, that if I were to leave this by chance, it would be very much likely that this plant would not recover. Eventually, each of these leaves will start to drop off and the stem would eventually rot and the whole plant would have been considered dead and lost. So in a way to recover it, I have actually placed it in a water and I have actually left it for the roots to grow. This plant cutting was taken about 2 weeks time, and occasionally what I'll do here is I'll check on it for 2-3 days once, and I constantly change the water to keep the water fresh. Similarly, together with this particular cutting, I've also have done another set with this particular type of begonia where one of these particular begonia plant did not really took root on this particular setup. I must say that there are chances where some will actually bear roots, but there will be instances where there will be one or two which may not be successful. And of course, these particular ones, what I will do here is that I will retry again by trimming off the rotten and lost roots. Like particularly this particular one, if you can notice, it did not take root, rather there was a slight rotting effect taking place at the end of the stem. So what I have done here is that I have actually trimmed off the part where it is closer to the node and I have placed it in water. So similarly with the first one, the cutting, and I have actually placed it about 2 weeks time, and you can actually see the result where the plant appears to be very sturdy and robust with a lot of root growth. Here you can see all these water roots that I would say that it is actually good enough to be propagated. So this is very much the update of the plant progress where within the 2 weeks time where the cuttings appears to have new root growth. So similarly, what I would like to share to you here is that do not give up when you find a begonia plant, especially cane begonia appears to be dying. This is one of the things that you can do when you see the plant appears to be mature looking or floppy or lifeless. One of the things that you can actually do is to save that begonia is to trim and cut them and place them in water. So the earlier one that you actually saw where it was actually rotting, I have trimmed it at this side, and you can see there are so many new root growth development that took place within 2 weeks time. I must say that though I have many years of cultivating begonias, there are cases where I always take chances, and in most cases cane begonias seems to be tricky and a little bit difficult, where if then the plant starts to rot, the whole tree or the whole plant seems to die away, and it was a little bit more disappointing and heartbreaking. So in a way, I find that doing in this style of gardening or the plant hack that I found, which I find that in a case where when I trim the cutting and place it in water, and it appears to have at least almost 100% chances of root growth and survival, and I find that is a greater hope in keeping cane begonia continuously in my garden condition. One of my greatest challenges in keeping begonias is that they can be very finicky and very unpredictable, where the plant suddenly dies due to rot conditions, especially where I'm staying in a place that the weather seems to be very unpredictable, where it rains almost for months, and there were days where it doesn't rain at all and it's very dry for some few months. So in that kind of condition, I find that doing this method seems to work best, especially when it comes to cane begonia. So I just want to show an emphasis of the update of what happened to this particular cuttings, where in the earlier video I have not shown them any of their growing of the root condition. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, do put them in a comment below. I would really appreciate if you can click like and subscribe and support my channel. Hope you enjoyed this particular video, and I catch you in my next one. Take care. See you again. Bye.